Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with Final Fantasy XIV. Today we're going to be doing the new main story for patch 5.5. We are also now on the PlayStation 5 version of the game. Technically it's an open beta test, but it's only going to last like a couple weeks, and they said it's just really just to work out some bugs that may happen. So we're going to work. They're working on that. I'm gonna do the main story, and let's get started. I don't want to wait anymore. So, onto the breach, off to Mordona. Adjust my camera a little bit. See me a little bit more. That should be okay. Alright. Right on into the Rising Stones. What's up, Alice? Into the breach. Alice is waiting patiently for the return of certain scions, not least of all you. That's right, she's looking for me. Good news, Nikura. Thancred and Urianger have finished their tour of Garlemald and are on their way back here even as we speak. As we still haven't heard anything on the towers from the Alliance, I'm hoping they might be able to shed some light on things. By the way, spoiler warning, if you haven't caught up to patch 5.4. Yeah. They're due to arrive any moment now, so let's see what they have to say, huh? Yep, let's go. Ah, a welcoming party. You needn't have gone to the trouble. From what I hear, you've been more than busy enough as it is. Honestly, you might have waited for me to return before discovering a cure for tempering. As it is, I can't even pretend to have been involved. Well, if it's any consolation, I myself was little more than a spectator. The lion's share of the credit must go to Alice, Graha, and Nikura. But I believe I speak for the rest of us when I say we are proud to have rendered what little assistance we could. As you will also have heard, it hasn't all been tales of triumph. Just as we were taking a step towards finally addressing the primal threat, a pile of fresh problems landed in our lap. Anyway, it's good to have you back, though I can't help noticing that we're one Urianger short of a scouting party. You haven't lost him, have you? Oh, I couldn't lose him if I tried, and I did try, repeatedly. But no, he decided to linger in Alamigo and to appraise Raban and the others of how the land lies in Garlemald. Then mayhap you would do the same for us, says my waifu Ishtola. Indeed, it was just as Lise said. Worse, in fact. Devastation as far as the eye could see. Nerva and the Third, however, were notable by their absence. Might they have met their ends at the hands of Xenos and Vandaniel? Perhaps. Or perhaps they simply lost the will to fight. I'm like, I don't know. You see, the capital has been plunged into a deathly silence, with one exception, the Imperial Palace. It was a busy place before the war, but it has grown busier still, with throngs of soldiers and civilians working there day and night to rebuild, or rather, transform it. Transform it? To what? That is a difficult question to answer. The construction is vast and unsettling to behold, like something from a nightmare. According to Urianger, certain aspects of its design were clearly devised with the manipulation of ether in mind. Magitech, in other words. Yet as unnerving as said edifice was, it was nothing next to the sight of its builders. They swarmed the place like so many insects, working with nary a word exchange between them. No one overseeing construction, no one barking orders. It was as if they were possessed or tempered. We wanted to investigate more closely, but given our suspicions, it seemed wiser not to take the risk. If Fandaniel could bind Bahamut to his will, might he have done the same to the people of Garlemald? Whatever the truth may be, this information is certain to prove valuable. You have our thanks. Well, be sure to save some for Urianger. Which reminds me, I have a message from Alamigo. Rauban is hosting a meeting to discuss the latest findings on the towers, and he requested our presence. Then why not leave that to us? You must be weary from your mission. No, I'm fine. Those towers have been on my mind since I first spied one on the way back, and I'm keen to get to the bottom of this. In that case, I shall stay and begin looking into another matter, as I promised Kryle. We need not all attend. God, I love you. Very well. I suggest the rest of us make our way to Alamigo forthwith. The sooner we leave, the more time we will have to speak with Urianger before the meeting. Yep, see you there. Request accepted. Alright, I'm just going to be right back. I just forgot to grab a drink before I started, so give me just like a minute. I'll be right back, I swear. Alright, I'm back. So we're off to Alamigo to speak with Urianger. So let's get going. That was the fastest loading I've ever seen. Sorry, I forgot that the PS5 version I'm playing on, that's fast. Alright. Take a trip over to the palace. Alright, everything's really crisp. Yay, PS5. Here's Alfie and Assay and Urianger. I hope they speak. I don't want to keep reading. I guess not. My friends, much and more have I heard of your travails in our absence. Heartened am I to see you all hale and whole. As are we to see you safely return from your mission, Urianger. I trust Thancred made you feel welcome? Well, well, if it isn't Alphino and his merry band, says question marks. I don't remember your name. Arenvald. Okay, that's his name. Whatever are you doing here? When we spoke via Link Pearl, you told me you'd be away on a mission. And who's to say this isn't part of it? But enough about that. It's good to see you looking so similar. I thought you'd have grown a bit taller after a whole year in another world, but apparently not. Well, I am sorry to disappoint you. While my soul may be a year older, my body has hardly aged, as you are well aware. And may I remind you that we Elezen are known to be late bloomers, especially in terms of our height. Mark my words, the day will come when even a great Oryx such as yourself will crane your neck to meet my eye. Ha 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 ha. Aye, 'twas not until my 20th summer that I myself outgrew my boyish proportions, though Moonbrita towered over me nonetheless. She's dead. Arenvald brings out the best in Alphino, doesn't he? They both seem so at ease in each other's company. It's almost endearing. So what exactly brings you here? Oh, Fordola, mostly. We need to go over a few things before we set out. Set out? Wait, does this have something to do with the towers? What gave you that impression? Actually, tell me later. You've got a meeting to go to. I'll see you afterwards, alright? Got pretty quiet, gotta say. If Fordola is going with him, that must mean... My apologies. As Arenvald rightly pointed out, we have a meeting to attend. Let us be about it. Alright, I'm expecting voice acting in this scene. Like, everybody's here.
Ere we begin, I would like to offer my gratitude to Masters Thancred and Urianger. 'Tis no small feat to infiltrate the Imperial capital, and live to tell the tale, much less in times of civil war. Thanks to them, we may plot our course in full knowledge of how the winds blow in Garlemald.
Full glad are we to have been of service. But verily, such dangers as we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days.
Theatrix. He sought only to make a show of the power at the Teleforoid's disposal. But since then we have seen no sign of this Fandaniel or his worm. And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
Whenever and wherever it may be, we must use the intervening time to learn more of our enemy. 'Twas with this in mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, they tried to kill us. Luckily, I'd seen that sort of thing before, and we were able to restrain them before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
Are you saying they were tempered?
Once they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar. And that was the last thing they remembered. But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked. Glory be to Garlemald.
The Tempered have heretofore ever been thralls to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
Would that the unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more. Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learnt that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. And we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers. Our scouts sighted black-garbed figures leading shackled Ixal in the direction of the tower in Dravania. The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixal and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garlean arms and armor.
So the Empire is the common thread.
With the support of Xenos, it seems likely that Fandaniel has rallied a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
Lord Hien reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. But the situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first. Given the nature of the enemy and the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
What?
Resistant to primal influence as they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
We are glad to put our gifts to use, Commander.
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking. But we must know more if we're to strike back at our foe. I'm counting on you.
If it would give us the upper hand, I'd do it 100 times over. We won't let you down.
That concludes the briefing. You two, make ready and join your escort.
Are you certain about this, Arenvold?
I am. Come on, let's talk outside.
He don't like Fordola. He doesn't like her. Alright. Speak with Arenvald. There he is. Now that it's out in the open, I don't have to keep it under my proverbial hat anymore.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones. Made sure to inform Jamoldra and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Arenvold, I admire your enthusiasm. but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
I know the risks. And I also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan. With this power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
And you, Fordola? Is this what you want?
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Eldin gave you a chance to refuse. And you didn't.
So the Empire's finished, is it? But that's what they're all saying. That the great and glorious Garlemald slit its own throat. And now, from out of its twitching carcass crawls the Telophoroi with bloody Xenos at its head! I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I part of? I need to know. Whatever it is, I need to know.
Very well. If your hearts are set on this, I shall not stand in your way.
If you've finished with your touching display of camaraderie, I have a question. Which tower are you planning to investigate, exactly?
Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it. Which is why we've set our sights on the one in Pagalthan instead. There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there.
Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory.
Fordola and I had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way. Well, we'd best not keep them waiting any longer.
Mayhap when all of this is over, we could take another trip to Loxeld. I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
Ha! I'll believe that when I see it. Though, to be fair, getting into deep water does seem to be a scion's lot in life. Take care, eh? It means a lot, you know. You coming with me.
I'll still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway. But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming. I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light, or Alphino, for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime. No, the fact is I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try. They're counting on me. On us. So let's give it our all.
He does not want for conviction, that much is certain. So let us have faith in him. Him and Fordola both. While they see to the towers, I would attend to another task. Chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Hello? Tataru!
Thing. Can you hear me? It's Tataru! I'm happy to say we've managed to find Estinian. And I'm sorry to say he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut. But he did mutter something about heading to Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
She's cute even over the link shell.
Even if we set out this instant, he may already have left by the time we arrive. Have her send the Bonanza to Ishgard. It may prove useful should we need to give chase.
I think that's one of our airships.
Gladly. I'll see to it as soon as Kryl and I get back to the Rising Stones. Good luck.
While you go off on your dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters. We have much to tell the others.
I wish you every success in your search for our elusive friend. May we all meet again ere long.
Ooh, there's trophies in the PS5 version. Oh, awesome. Oh, is it gonna start? Oh God. All right. That's great. It's gonna start ticking all my trophies. Well, let's watch all my trophies pop. The glory of live streaming. I have no idea how many trophies it's about to pop. This could take a little bit. Like Heaven's Word and all that. I'm getting quite a few of these. And these are all the patch titles. This is doing it in alphabetical order, I hope. Nope. No, I didn't close. I have no idea. This could take a little bit. I would have set up, like, you know, no notifications before I started if I knew this was going to happen. The things you learn when you're a starting out streamer. Okay, it looks like that's it. That didn't take as long as I thought it was going to, but still, that was annoying. Anyway, let's continue on. Here be dragons. Ooh, stuff. Pizza? I want pizza. Spinach quiche, potato salad. I'm probably going to go with... I don't know. We'll figure it out later. So Estinian was bound for Ishgard. Whatever it is that brings him home, we must hope it will keep him there long enough for us to find him. Come, there is no time to lose. Alright, let's go. Roll out. We're off to Ishgard. Oh, so fast. Oh my god. I'm used to sitting here for like many seconds at a time for things to load, and it just like popped instantly. I was like, oh my god. Rahatia looks cold. I don't know if he's ever been to Ishgard. I should have asked him. All present? Good. Let us split up and search for Estinian. Since we're relatively new to this place, Graha and I will look around the open spaces, the squares and markets and whatnot. You and Ikura can delve into the nooks and crannies. Sorry for the noise, my cat's scratching her post. Very well. Let us reconvene at the airship landing later, with or without Estinian. Good luck. I think I shall begin at the Sky Steel manufactory, so perhaps you could try the congregation. Lucia may well have heard news of our friend's return. That's the thing about like MMOs that last forever like this. You gotta remember so many different people. I remember Lucia though. She's God, now I even can't remember his name. Whatever. Let's just keep going. Okay. Forgotten Night. Okay. Yep, that's her. What's up, Lucia? Good evening to you, Warrior of Light. Emmerich, that's his name. Lord Emmerich sent word that you would be attending the meeting in Alamigo, so I gather you have not come in search of him. To what then do we owe the pleasure of your visit? I see. No, we were not aware Sir Estinian had returned to Ishgard, but as I expect you remember, he is wont to come and go as he pleases. Mayhap he came seeking an audience with Lord Emmerich, only to find him absent. In any event, I am afraid I cannot help you. Perhaps one of your companions has fared better. Oh, okay. Alright, well, now we go to the airship landing. That would be... Yeah, I know that. Athenaeum Astrologium. Oh good, it just opens for me. I was afraid I had to buy a ticket or something. Get some cutscenes. There's a lot of people here. Let's go. Please be voiced. I don't think it's voiced.
No sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but the way Alphino goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
Speaking of which, it does seem awfully quiet. If the erstwhile Azure Dragoon had returned to Ishgard, would it not be a source of general excitement?
That's him.
First the Scion's Coinkeeper, and now you. I'm beginning to think these meetings are more than mere coincidence.
What's up, buddy? Long time no see.
Not that I'm complaining. It's been too long.
Oh. Okay.
Too long.
Oh,
You
wait.
look an ilm taller and twice as rugged.
Ah!
It suits you, Alpha.
He thinks that she's Alphino. Oh, God. He's about to get punched hard. Oh, God.
Quieter, though. Have you been giving him lessons on how to be the strong, silent type?
God, she's gonna kill him. Oh, God.
I am not Alphino!
Oh, my God.
If the two of you are such firm friends, perhaps you should remember what he looks like. And what do you mean, rugged?
Oh, my God.
Oh, had my brother mentioned what an oaf you are, I'd never have bothered looking for you in the first place.
Jesus.
Estinian Wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. He who fought and felled the dread worm Nidhogg at the Warrior of Light's side.
And Graha is awestruck.
To think the day would come when I should see this living legend with my own eyes.
Oh my God. He's fanboying.
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
Is everything all right? I thought I heard Alize shouting. Estinian! It's been too long.
Oh my God. I can't. Oh, that was hilarious.
No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been confused for one another. Nor, I suspect, will it be the last.
Yo, Alice is gonna get a haircut if you don't
I,
keep
for
talking.
one, will not be making that mistake again. What I will say, for the second time today, is that you've grown. Inside and out. I can tell.
One can't remain a spoiled little lordling forever, you know.
At least someone's having a good time.
Oh, God.
You know, when we were growing up, Alphino would never befriend other boys because he couldn't stand the thought of not being in charge. But maybe that's changed. He seems just as happy around Estinian as he does Arenvald.
Perhaps he sees them as the brothers he never had. I think he learned how to talk with people rather than at them. Well, you can't keep them all to yourself forever. Yep, that's the one.
Keep him to my... You're joking, aren't you? I'd be glad if someone would take him off my hands.
Yeah, I picked the right choice there.
No rest for the righteous, eh? Speaking of which, I was just on my way to borrow an airship to take me to Azis La.
Ooh, what are you going there for?
Azis La? How could I forget?
Oh.
The dragon with whom Bahamut shared the deepest of bonds.
Aye, Tiamat, his mate. Even now she remains imprisoned on Azis La, though her remorse binds her faster than any shackle.
I see. As the one who first summoned Bahamut, you believe she may be able to shine some light on his latest incarnation.
Might I suggest that we make the journey to Azisla together? I'm not sure if Tataru mentioned this, but we Scions have an airship of our own now.
Yeah, we do.
I see no reason why not. Assuming your sister can bear the thought of sharing a deck with me.
Be my guest. But confuse me with Alphino again and I'll throw you overboard.
Yup.
Ugh! I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's nothing like Alphino painted him to be.
I will admit, he is not exactly as I imagined him either. Based on what I had read of the man, I think I was expecting someone a little less blunt.
Okay. Oh, we immediately got sent to Az's Law. And very quickly. Once again, thank you, PS5. It has been quite some time since I last set foot in Az's Law, but I understand the three of you were here rather more recently. I don't suppose you chanced to meet with Tiamat during your visit? Alas not. We had no cause to set foot here in the Delta Quadrant, but I have studied the relevant records, which is not to say I wouldn't appreciate a first-hand account of your dealings with her. Well then, Nakura is the person to ask. As far as I know, he's the only one of us to have met Tiamat face to face. Even now, she remains a prisoner of the Allegan Empire. Let's just say it helped that Midgard-Stormer was there to introduce me. She's a prisoner still. Ever since the end of the war with Mericidia, yes? To have been held captive for so long. I too have met with Tiamat. After the Dragon Song War came to a close, I came here to speak with her. A worm who had fought her own war against man in another age. I wished to know if she yet harbored thoughts of vengeance, and asked as much. She said no. My hatred for your kind was extinguished long ago. But the guilt she feels for resurrecting Bahamut burns on undimmed. It torments her, even now. I see. Then your original reason for coming here was out of concern that Tiamat had been forced to summon Bahamut. Nidhogg is a part of me. I feel his emotions as my own, and I know that he would not allow his sister to be made a tool of evil. In his absence, it falls to me to watch over her. I'm taking the pizza. Righteous indignation. Let's see what Grahati has got to say. These Ur-Dragoons of history were the mortal enemies of the dragons. Yet now they would be hard-pressed to find a soul who understood them better. Okay, let's just keep going. Tiamat awaits. This way. Getting blocked by my airship here. Woof. There she is. Oh, there's the destination. My sire's mortal companion, what bringeth thee back to this forsaken place, child of man?
It's plain she knows naught of recent events. Perhaps you should enlighten her.
And tell her stories of Stormblood and Shadowbringers all in 3 seconds. That my sins should be repeated. I sensed not the faintest stirring. As to who could have called him forth, I know of none save the dragons of Mericidia, our children. The icon claimed their souls when he first manifested, and robbed of their will, they became tools for the Allagan's dark designs.
I've seen it with my own eyes. Captives of a lost empire, neither alive nor dead, existing only to preserve Bahamut's corporeal form.
That was in the coil. Yes, the dragons of Mericidia are at the mercy of this Ascian. There can be no other explanation. Accursed Ascians, vile minions of darkness. Again you would profane the memory of my beloved, and strip our children of their freedom, their dignity. Are there no depths to which you will not stoop? Time to bust out, girl.
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind suffering. But tears will not right this wrong, nor will lamentation see the perpetrators punished.
You tell her. What wouldst thou have from me, slayer of dragons?
Behavior befitting a great word. We came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, mother of the dragons of Mericidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
Yup. Oh. Ooh. Were I free, I would answer thine insolence with fire, but words shall have to suffice. Recall, mortals, that it was I who did first summon my beloved, praying with all my being to bring him forth. You who contend with icons cannot well be ignorant of the consequence.
You too were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul. But were you to meet with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
Indeed, ask the Dragon Slayer, and he will tell thee the power we of the First Brood wield. Were I to lose myself to the Icon's influence, all would pay the price. But it is a little matter, for even had I the strength to resist, I yet lack the strength to break my shackles. This prison shall be my tomb. Time for Operation Prison Break.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance. If you're afraid of being enthralled, don't be. We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
Speakest thou in earnest?
There is no future for those bound to the past.
Getting freaking goosebumps
That
here.
you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
A chance to make amends, to lay Bahamut's memory to rest. When our own star faced annihilation, Hydaelyn granted us sanctuary, and now your foes would bring about her destruction. This I cannot allow, for the debt I owe to Hydaelyn, and to all who have suffered from my sins, I shall fight with you, children of man. Yeah. Getting good. Speak with Graha. Get zoomed in so I can actually target him. Okay. While Porxies have been shown to be effective in curing the tempered, Tiamat must be considered a special case. She is far, far larger and immeasurably more powerful than any subject treated thus far. Were we to remove her restraints only to find that the process had failed, we would be hard-pressed to contain her. Yeah. Then, before going ahead, we should learn as much as we can about the exact nature of her condition. Do you suppose we can find that information here? Why, yes we can. We can indeed. The Alligans kept detailed records on all of their notable captives, and I know exactly where to look. I love Graha. Best boy. We shall leave that to you then. In the meantime, the rest of us can turn our thoughts to the removal of those shackles. Alright, let's do it. I know Alphino and Nakura here well enough, but not you. Are you certain you're ready to see this through? Rest assured, Sir Estinian, that I am both ready and willing to give my all for the sake of this star. Though that is not my only reason for wanting to set Tiamat free. While I do not claim to know all of her sorrows, I too once found myself in a prison of despair, and I well understand how hard it can be to dare to dream of escape. It took the encouragement of braver souls than I am to make me take the first steps toward a brighter future, and now I would help Tiamat do the same. I gather you are not as young as you look. Mayhap when our work here is done, we could trade tales over a pot of Tataru's famous tea? And be indebted to her for the leaves and hot water? I think not. I see. Swiftly returning to the task at hand, then. I believe the nodes governing Tiamat's restraints are located in the sector known as the flagship. Ah, yes, we are familiar with it. The Aetherochemical Research Facility, in particular. Classic dungeon. Oh, you may wish to take this. A spirit vessel containing a small amount of my blood. Oh, gross, thanks. Which you just happen to be carrying around with you? I suppose that could seem rather odd. To explain, Rambros, Urianger, and I are researching the use of spirit vessels in the transference not only of memories, but the traits of certain bloodlines. And so I keep one at the ready should an opportunity to test our theories arise. As for its use to you, you may recall that during our previous visit, the nodes here granted access to restricted functions, having identified me as being of royal blood. And armed with that spirit vessel, I posit that they will do the same for you, even in the absence of, well, the rest of me. It seemed worth a try, at least. Agreed. We will take good care of it. To the flagship, then. Alright, gotta go to the flagship. Where's that, actually? Oh, it's there. Oh, there's the thing. Okay. There you go. Okay. Let us split up and search the flagship for the node that controls Tiamat's restraints. But should you find a likely candidate, do not be tempted to make any adjustments. It would not do to accidentally release some manner of experimental monstrosity, nor less Tiamat herself in her current state. Our objective at this stage is simply to identify the relevant node or nodes. Once we have learned what we can, we should reconvene and compare notes prior to proceeding. Okay. Okay. You're jerks. I'm level 80, you're level 60, you ain't got nothing. There's a malodorous node. Let's go touch it, see what happens. Bzzz. Friction between metallic components detected. Temperature increasing to critical levels. Please replace damaged parts or retreat to a safe distance. Bzzz. Okay. What else we got? There's Justinian. He's doing his thing. Up? Yep, there's one up there. Okay, so let's fly. It's a big mountain for no reason. Obstreperous node. Grr. Data link with Delta Quadrant broken. Possible cause, intruder interference. Advised deployment of automated combat units. Proceed. No, I don't think so. Let's see. Fly around, look for it. I'm gonna start picking smaller mounts on purpose. It's hard to see past this one. Nope, not over there. Is there another area to look? Nope. This mountain's too big. I can't see anything on it. Motorcycle's good. That's the one I already touched. Huh. That's the first one I got. Can't go in there. There it is. Clamorous node. Bleep bloop. Warning. Scheduled dragon restraint maintenance due in 2,020 years. Failure to verify system integrity may result in unscheduled specimen release. Alright. That's all of them? I keep hitting the roulette. Oh, well, that's a nice small amount. We found the one. I'm afraid, Justinian and I have little to show for our efforts. Did you find anything? I did. A node which smelled like burnt hair. Yes, a chirping node which spontaneously warned me about neglecting the dragon restraints. I found a way to activate mechanical sentries if that's any help. I'm gonna go with the dragon one. That's the one. Spontaneously, you say? Well, that does sound promising. Almost suspiciously so, in fact. But then you were in possession of the spirit vessel. I dare say it is indeed the role, the node of which Graha spoke. And it was chirping, you say? Very well, let us take a closer look. I'm gonna fly myself back over there again. Ooh, someone bought the whale mount. That's a big whale. Look at that. Climber stuff. Do you wish to operate the dragon restraint mechanisms? Yes, I do. Bloop, bloop. You do not have the requisite access privileges. Operation of the dragon restraint mechanisms may only be undertaken by the chief technologist and members of the royal family. Or those with a vessel of royal blood, perhaps? Hand over the vessel. Beep. New user detected. Commencing biometric authentication. Bloop. Authentication complete. User identified as member of the royal family. Please state your name. It's me. I'm me. I'm Nakura Targaryen. Welcome, Nakura Targaryen. You may operate the dragon restraint mechanisms when ready. Beep beep. Error. Unable to disengage restraints of the specimen. Tiamat. A system update is required. Of course. Bloody computers. A system update? What do you suppose it is asking of us? To smash it to pieces. I could hazard a guess. Beat it up. Well, that's more than I can say. Confounded bloody thing. User agitation detected. Initiating guidance program. Boop. In order to operate the restraint mechanism, I require access to the central control system. However, I am unable to establish a link to said system due to the obsolescence of my own software. This issue can be resolved by applying a system update using the corresponding terminal located within the flagship. So can this thing release the restraints or not? It can, but only once it has received the requisite system update, as far as I can tell. They don't know about computers over there on Eorzea. Until which time it'll float there spewing nonsense. User dissatisfaction detected. Initiating placation protocols. Boop. I am here to help. Rest assured that I will be on hand to guide you through every step of the system update process. How gratifying, but I dare say we will fare better with guidance than without it. Yup. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, boop, boop, beep, beep. Let's talk to the node. More stuff. Ooh. Pictures. Smoked chicken, pineapple salad, curry, or money. We'll see. That all looks like crap. Boop. Guiding user to terminal. This way, please. Far enough to go mount up. I've already been in here. Down? Must be over here. I don't see people, so I'm gonna guess yes. Being blocked by a whale. Thank you. Getting out of the way. Accessing the terminal. Alright. Let's see. According to the terminal, the central control system is presently employing software version 56.135. Dare I ask which version you are employing? Beep. Why, software version 42.002, of course. Doop, doop. Warning. Errors detected in the data management system. Estimated time required for update, 5 years, 1 day. They got really slow internet. That is rather longer than we were hoping. Aren't there any other options? For instance, using this terminal to operate Tiamat's restraints instead? Boop. The proposed method is indeed an option. Please be warned, however, that the procedure may have changed as a result of the system update, and my instructions may no longer be accurate. Well, I can't imagine it will have changed all that much. As long as we pay due attention to any discrepancies, I dare say we shall be able to muddle our way through. Don't bother trying to explain. Just tell me if we've made any progress. I would say so, yes. It does, however, require that I remain here to operate the terminal. I shall inform you via link pearl once I am ready to release the shackles. It might be best if you left the spirit vessel with me. I may yet have use for it. Rest assured, I will be certain to return it to Grahatia once this is over. Just a little more work, and Tiamat will be set free. But before we go any further, there's something I would know. When Tiamat and her kin fought against the Allagan Empire, both sides were but dancing to the tune of the Ascians. And it was the same in Ishgard, where they stoked the fires of conflict between man and dragon from the shadows. All that the Ascians touched turned to ash, and thus you have made it your mission to fight them. But there have been times when you tried to reach out to them instead, to find common ground. So I must ask, what do you intend to do with Fandaniel? Will you try and reach out to him too? Nah man, he gonna die. I'm gonna kill him. Enemy or no, I want to understand him. I will try, yes. And if that fails, I'll remember him. Certainly, after I've wiped the smile off his face, I'm going with this one. I'll remember him. It's like I remember Emmett Selk, and I remember Elidibus. I see little point in reasoning with the wretch, or remembering him for that matter. Perhaps that's the difference between you and me. You see the good in people, even if it be but the faintest glimmer. I only hope you do not come to rue your benevolence. You think us unwise for viewing the world thus? Far from it. That has ever been your way, as I learned when we journeyed together with Iceheart. Yet the fact remains that there are some who view compassion as a weakness to be exploited, and there may yet come a time when you extend the hand of friendship only to wish that you had dealt the killing blow. So, save your mercy for those who deserve it. Yep. Well, we should be getting back to our task. If Alphino has things in hand here, I suggest we rejoin the others. Alright. Be careful here, Alfie. Alright. Back to the other area. It's a long flight. This area has no, like, teleports. Talk to Alice. Estinian told me all is well, but nothing more. Honestly, it's like getting blood out of a stone with him. I take it from Alphino's absence that he's needed elsewhere? Yup. He's got to run the controls. Well, that all sounds rather frustrating, but you got there in the end. While you were off talking to nodes, Graha and I were learning as much as we could about Tiamat's condition. Our readings confirm that her ethereal balance leans strongly towards the umbral, as was the case with the kobolds. Therefore, all other things being equal, the treatment should work. The difficulty lies in the sheer quantity of ether with which we must contend. Multiple applications of the treatment will inevitably be required if we are to reverse the effects of the tempering completely. Meaning I'll need all the ether I can get. Thank you in advance. Although this endeavor will ask much of us, we do have one reason to be optimistic. Namely, that Tiamat shows no signs of fanatical devotion, suggesting a milder case of tempering than that suffered by the kobolds. Tiamat saw Bahamut as an equal rather than a god. Might that have made a difference? Now that you mention it, it very well might. She would not have believed it necessary to defer to his will. But enough talk. It's time to put our theories to the proof. Tell Alphino to disengage the restraint's ethereal dampers. Wouldn't it be better to untemper her while she's shackled and then count up? I'm counting on you, Angelo. Ah, such warmth. The frost that shroudeth my soul doth begin to thaw. But what are these? Visions of days long forgotten, of war with the men of Alag. Wherefore do such baleful memories return to me now? Could it be that the process of restoring her soul to its pre-tempered state is awakening ancient memories? Or might the opposite be true? If so, by helping her to recall the past, we may be able to speed her recovery. Nikura, she trusts you. Speak to her. Ask her to tell you of times past. Tell me of Bahamut and the Ascians, or tell me of your war with the men? Tell me of Bahamut and the Ascians, yeah. Ah, Bahamut, my beloved. Would that the peace we found in Mericidia could have lasted for eternity. But alas, it was not meant to be. The Ascians saw to that. In all creation, I know of none more wicked. It was at their behest that the men of Alag first came unto Mericidia, unto our home. Flashbacks. The tale began when Bahamut and I left our father's side. We took wing in search of a place to make our eyrie. Beyond the southern ocean, we discovered a lush and fertile land. It would come to be known as Mericidia by the children of men, though many years were to pass before they crossed the seas. Upon our arrival, we were welcomed by the peaceful people of the forest, kin to the trees. Surrounded by nature's bounty, Bahamut and I had found a place to raise our young. Fascinating. This correlates with the writings of the Charlian scholar Rurusha. She posits that man first settled on the southern continent toward the end of the Second Astral Era. Correctly, it would appear. If only she were here with us to hear the tale from Tiamat herself. Again, Angelo. When first the children of man arrived on our shores, no foot did they set in those places over which we held dominion. Such was their fear of dragonkind, and as they kept their distance, so did we let them be. Yet as the days went by, ship after ship appeared upon the horizon, bearing ever more of their brethren, who divided the vast land amongst themselves. For a time, they knew peace and prosperity, but as their numbers grew, the smaller their share came to seem, and soon they began to covet the territory of their fellows. Ere long, man fought man, blood was answered with blood, and none could see an end to the strife. until one day they came to us. Recognizing our wisdom, they entreated us to intercede in their conflicts. Bahamut agreed, and with him presiding over the affairs of men, the land knew peace once more. Alas, those golden days of harmony too were fated to end, for the men of Alag slew my beloved, and I, in my rage and sorrow, heeded the envenomed words of the Ascians. The rest thou knowest only too well. Alisay's tired. But your tale doesn't have to end there. When you are free, we'll rid the world of the Ascians together, and you and your beloved will have justice. Fine sentiments, but you're almost spent. I'll keep watch from above. If the treatment fails, run. Go jumpy jump. Ugh, thanks for the vote of confidence. I swear when this is over. Keep going, Alisay. The magic is working. Speak with Alisay again. Well, I knew this wasn't going to be easy. No patient could have prepared me for treating a great worm. But we're close. I can feel it. While I've only got a few more drops of ether left to give, with yours and Graha's, this will work. Then I believe I speak for both of us when I say that you may take as much as you require. Careful, I might hold you to that. Alright, here I go. Here we go.
No! I'm almost there!
Give her strength for the spirit bomb!
This is it, Angelo!
Super Pig! Yes, I feel it. The icon's grip groweth weak.
Did it work?
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed.
Do it, bud. Answer me this, children of man. Can my kindred be saved in like manner?
Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts, their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
My children.
Slosk an all for kail an. Slosk seth som in an.
Should you hearken unto my call, we shall fly together once more. But should you not, I shall grant you peace.
Afatan. More old. One Lis an. Do old an.
Better to die than live as a tool of evil. You too would wish this, I know, and I shall do as I must.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
She's in an enemy.
Thou hast my gratitude, little one.
Alphino's ready. It's time. Do it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
Alright. Set her free. She's a big one. Bahamut, my beloved.
Uljas. Ulasa. Face
For vengeance and atonement, I rise.
By the gods!
Urianger, your timing could not be better. Understood, we're on our way.
Something's happening.
It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Pagalthan.
Oh boy.
He flies for the largest Amalta settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons.
Did you hear all that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way. Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
Heck yeah, bro. You go get him, Estinian. Look at that. Sick. Whew. What long cutscenes. While I'm sure you're desperate to join Estinian and Tiamat in battle, 'twould be wiser to gather the full strength of the Scions first. The foe we face demands no less. Let's just take the chicken. The flames of war. Materia this time. What, one? Thanks. With Lunar Bahamut bound for Pagalthan, Grahatia is determined to call upon the aid of your fellow Scions. We get that dungeon unlocked, baby. Let's go. I have already sent word to the others. We are to rendezvous in Ul'dah at the Hall of the Flames. Let us collect Alphino and be on our way. Can you guys go do that while I just go ahead to Ul'dah? Or do I have to go all the way to pick him up and then go? So now this area is going to be empty. This spot on the map had that dragon on it for years now. years, so it should be nothing there. Or they're going to automatically teleport me. Oh, wow. Super teleport. All the way to Ul'dah. Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't have to do anything. Talk to Thancred. Come on, voice work. I guess it's up to me. Now, I know some of you could do with a rest, but I'm sorry to say the Telophoroi have other plans. Pagel Thon is already under siege. Happily, the Immortal Flames arrived just in time to join the defensive effort, with Marshal Tarapin at their head. Well now, given the failure of the peace negotiations, I was uncertain how the Sultanate would respond. It is good to hear that Ul'dah has not abandoned the Amalj'aa. Abandoned them? Did we not profess to be their friends? Oh, it's the Sultana. Nanamu. Your Grace? Marshal Tarapin had made provisions for such an exigency, and was ready to depart at a moment's notice. All that was required was the agreement of the Syndicate, each of whom voted in favor of intervention. Yeah, she's a figurehead. Nor is Ul'dah alone in its resolve. The other Alliance nations have likewise dispatched their troops to Pagel Thon. Yet even with our combined strength, we shall be sorely tested. For we face not only the might of an Imperial Legion, but Lunar Bahamut and his draconic horde besides. Tiamat's children. Fight as we may, victory is by no means assured. But not all of the omens are grim. Our forces report that despite their proximity to Lunar Bahamut, none of the Amalj'aa show any sign of tempering. Strange, what primal would turn down a chance to claim new thralls? Unless it is incapable of doing so? Primals are not wont to serve a master, Ascian or otherwise. It may well be that Lunar Bahamut differs in some fundamental manner from those we have previously encountered. If that were true, anyone could fight him, and Nakura and others like him wouldn't have to shoulder the burden alone. Be that as it may, Lunar Bahamut remains an incalculably powerful foe with whom our soldiers will struggle to best through mere force of arms. With the aid of the Scions, however, I believe they will fare rather better, assuming, that is, you are ready to take the field? I always am. An airship awaits to bear you to the front. Pray set forth as soon as you are able. Got this. I, meanwhile, shall continue to coordinate our forces. Till we meet again, may the 12 bless and keep you. It was kind of her to speak with us personally. You may be certain she has no shortage of other responsibilities. Well, I, for one, am inclined to do as her grace requests. Lest we forget, Arenvald and Fordola are in Pagel Thon on reconnaissance. The sooner we save the day, the better their chances. Indeed. To the airship, then. Actually gonna make me go to the airship landing. Okay. Keep doing that. Damn, if only I remembered where the airship landing was. Oh, there's a button for it. I'm a donut now. That's convenient. Let's go. Greetings, we've been expecting you. Let's say the word and we shall depart for Pagalthon at once. New dungeon accessible, let's go. And yeah, I'm taking my trusts. Who's coming with me? Oh, so many choices, look at them all. I'm at full. And I'm going as dancer. I don't know who to take. We definitely gotta take my boy Graha. Form a party and depart. Okay. It automatically doesn't pick Graha. Should take the twins with me. And Thancred, can I take Thancred out, put Graha in?
I stand ever ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this works. This is good. Let's go. Alright, we are in. I gotta give Alice a dance partner. Let's go. You can't do big packs because it's all trust, but well, here they come. I gotta say, everything is so crisp right now on the PS5 version of this game. Holy moly. Oh good, more trophies are popping. Fantastic. Okay, keep popping, whatever, I'm busy. Let's move on. See those new arrows on the enemy's marker. Nice music in here too. Digging it. Let's keep going. Oh, I have to actually break the debris? Okay. Come on, boys, you're getting beat up back there. Hurry up. I guess we failed. Or something's happening. Probably the first boss coming up. Or more packs of trash. I don't know. More trash. Big boy. Graha, do your job, tank. I love new content. Yay. See these little arrows right there, or where tells you which way the boss is pointing. Going this way. Really, like 4 packs of trash before the boss? What is this? Where is my tank? Alright. Yeah. Alright, first boss. Here we go. Ooh, it's like a dragging coral. Weird. Alright, go get him, Graha. Go get him, Graha. There you go. Well, what a smart tank. Pointing the enemy to the wall. That's how you do it. Holy shit. No, don't stand on top of me. What's wrong with you? Huh. That was loud. I don't think there's any way to dodge that because they didn't dodge it. I see how that works. Yeah, it fills the whole road. There's no way to dodge that. That's right, though. He's done. Ta-da! Oh, that's a fat treasure chest. I don't know why I'm taking any of this stuff. I guarantee you it's not better than what I'm wearing. Yep, it's not. Okay. Let's keep going. Oh, freaking get him!
The amounts are in trouble. Let's split up.
My boy Graha's a paladin. Alpino's like, leave the healing to me. I'm like, I'm a dancer. I don't heal. And I have one healing move. And it barely does anything. So, yes, I'll leave the healing to you, sir. I think maybe I should have brought a Stola. She would probably at least do flare on the packs. I'll be the only one AoE attacking. That is what happens when you use trusts. I don't want to do this by myself the first time. Okay, we're going this way. There's a tower out there. We're going to get that. Go get him. Go Graha, go. Yeah. It's Lucia and Emmerich. Interesting. I always like seeing my friends show up in fights. He's a blue mage? No.
Definitely.
Ready? Alright. Continuing on.
Oh, no, you don't.
Get him, Estinian. Dang, that was cool. Oh, Tiamat's gonna mess him up. Bro, it's so good to have a dragon on your side. Bro, Tiamat is fighting right next to us. What is happening here? Just chomping them on the butt. You bad boys. Oh. They got half their health in one hit. I know I'm strong, but jeez. Dragon Mama. Ooh, well, ooh, this looks interesting. Trash boss? Okay, let's go. Go get him. Go get him, Graha. Still gonna do my whole thing. Probably should hold it. That's not a button of it. Oh, let's not stand there. Nope. Don't play that game. I see how they did it though. That's smart. Ooh, fun. Ah, I see. Okay. Whoa. Oh, hi. Coming at us from this side too. You can't fool me. I've been through 07. Uh-oh, that's not good. Hardly ever a dungeon boss where I couldn't just AoE over and over again. Cool. That was cool. Alright, I don't need any of the jump ups in the chest. Whoa. Here they come. Get him, Graha. Yo, let's ride some dragons. Sick. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, I'm not controlling it, but that's really freaking cool. A sea of magma. Wow, that's cool. Look around. Oh, it's just me. That's Tiamat in front of me. That was really cool. That was really cool. Where's the enemy? Let's go. Let's go, Tiamat. Get him. Tiamat to trust. Look at this. Go, Graha. Go get him. Oh. There's Lunar Bahamut. Say hi. I am leaving the healing to you, Alphino. Alright. Final boss. We're gonna fight Lunar Bahamut himself. Yep, there he is. Oh, get him. Bro. Stinian is such a badass. He's bringing Mega Flare? Oh crap. No, Tiamat! She weakened it. You're going down, big boy. It's time. Go get him, Graha. Hey, inch forward so he'll go. And leap in. Go. Yes, there. Good. I should be over there with them. Oh, he's gonna keep going. Oh, Hawthorne. Yes. Okay. I'm following them.
Just the beginning.
Oh dear. Nani? Oh jeez, okay. Giga Flare? Oh crap. I picked the wrong spot. Yep, took that one to the face. Make sure to get out of there this time. Cool. Oh look, more trophies to pop, thanks. We killed Lunar Bahamut. Done. I haven't given like a yeah to an end of a dungeon in a long time. Good job, everybody. Let's take this one in case there's like a minion or something in it. 7 Flames Orchestrion roll, I'll take that. Alright. Cutscenes, let's go. Children of man, the shade of my beloved is no more, and I shall forever be in your debt.
Antal an in Aisto. Antal afa snalosk I ash an dran mira.
By your deeds are we set free, and free we shall remain, as long as I draw breath. Never again shall the dragons of Mericidia hearken to the lies of the Asians. This I vow. You're free, Tiamat. Go.
Noble warriors, the dragons chose their friends well.
Nabolcha.
Long have our peoples waged war, but no more. Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice.
We would be proud to call you our allies.
The enemy of our enemy is our friend. And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Garleans who are deserving of our fury. I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause. Till we meet again.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
It would certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
Yep, the tower's still there. Sometime earlier, inside the Pagalthon Tower. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, I see. I really see.
What in Relga's name happened here?
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
Uh-oh.
Get back!
No! What have I done?
It's too late for them! We're leaving, now!
Oh boy. I knew this was what was gonna happen. Oh! Lunar Efreet.
No! No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together!
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. While it would be too much to hope that we have seen the last of Fandaniel, we have dealt his schemes a telling blow this day, and that alone is cause to celebrate. And celebrate I will, when we have received word of Arenvald's safe return. Crit, take the crit, always take the crit. You may now enter a Pagalthon with a party of NPC avatars. Yes, 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 okay. When the dust settles. Alphino is minded to share his account of the events that unfolded in Pagalthon with the Sultana. Standing around here worrying is not going to help matters. Come, we must discuss the day's events with Pippin and her grace. Brave scions! Oh, she comes to us again. Would that I could treat you to a hero's welcome, but I bear urgent news from the frontistery. What the heck that is. Your grace, whatever is the matter? As our troops withdrew from Pagalthon, they came upon the 2 scouts sent to the nearby tower. I have yet to hear a full account, but it seems that one of them, your friend I believe, had been wounded and was being dragged away by the other. Oh crap. Oh no. I must go. Forgive me, your grace. Can you tell us aught of Arenvald's condition, your grace? The wounded scout. Not save that it is grave. The chirurgeons, the doctors, tend him even as we speak. The infirmary must be inundated with the wounded. If all of us go, we'll only get underfoot. Nakura, Estinian, would you mind going after Alphino? He may need some support from someone other than me. Very well. Thank you. The rest of us will see that the relevant people know what took place in Pagalthon. Come on then. Okay, we gotta go. Where do we gotta go? Alchemist Guild. Okay. Yeah, sure. So fast. Oh. Just gotta find a thing. There's one right there. No, not the Aetheryte Plaza. At least it'll be quick. Good old PS5. Look at that loading time. Oh my god. Alchemist Guild. That's where we want to go. Like 2 seconds. I love it. Ah, it's a beautiful thing. Eggs all over the floor. There's an Easter event going on. I might stream that at some point, but not today. I'm doing more important things. Another one come to see the lad in the silver armor. Master Dammy Elliot is attending to him as we speak. If you would be so kind as to wait. What did Master Dammy Elliot say? Tell me his exact words. Enough, Alphino. This isn't helping. You can't even see it. He's over there, though. But you're right. Forgive me. When we said our farewells to Arenvald, I was afraid that something like this might happen. But now that it has, all we can do is wait. Poor Arenvald.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I just wish I had been there. Perhaps, I don't know, perhaps I could have...
Could have what? Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light.
It's me. It's me. I'm that guy.
People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most.
It's a Harry Potter reference. People die every day.
If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
It may be that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
You tell her.
All life is precious! Oh, you need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you'll lot be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then? They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
I know. There's nothing more I can do here. Come, let us rejoin the others. Her Grace invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to join her in the Fragrant Chamber. Your comrades have already arrived. Will the three of you be joining them? We will. We don't need words.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that you have my word.
Did you say doctors?
Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Couldn't pay his voice actor.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fan Daniel would doubtless have it.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within. Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive. They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns. Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities.
Great, we're gonna go fight Lunar Ifrit, Lunar Titan, Lunar Garuda, Lunar Ramu. Oy. Going hard again.
For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
It's a trap. You can only tell me where they are, Your Grace. I'll go kick their butts. I'm a Godslayer.
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now. After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause. It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglfan. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
I love Ishtola.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
What's up, Abby? Say more cutscenes. Let's go. Right then. Unless anyone has any objections, I think it's about time we return to the Rising Stones. You know, Alfie's not leaving until Arenvald wakes up, if he wakes up. And that includes you, Alphino. Arenvald is in good hands here. Of course, he would doubtless mock me for pacing about the infirmary. Let us retire then, that we might regain our strength and readiness for the coming challenges. If all are in agreement then, I shall let Kryl know to expect us. A hot bath and a hearty meal shouldn't be beyond arranging with the time available. Okay, good. I thought she wasn't going to answer. It will be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. Yes, I'll try asking him. And thank you, I shall look forward to it. Our comrades eagerly await our return, and Kryl in particular has a few matters she is keen to discuss, one of which concerns you, Estinian. Believe it or not, you will join us, won't you? Fine. Man, a few words. Really? I thought you said you were avoiding that Baldessian woman. If I refused, she would only pursue me. Let's get this over with, shall we? Okay, back to Mordona, which is there. Let's see that fast teleport. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm gonna finish the story in one go, because I got other things I gotta do later.
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time. Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings, and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
What?
It is possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that. I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay. After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, When was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
It's been a while, I gotta say. I don't know. How could it be on the Crystarium? That's near the end of the Dragonsong War.
When you regained her blessing, was it not? But never since. Not in all your time in the First, when you faced the Unsundered, the very heart of Zodiark.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in his judgment.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I am able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether. Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular. Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now, of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again. Will you join us?
Yeah, become a Scion. Come on, Alfie needs you. Look at his face. Oh, please, please join me.
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Yay! He's joining the Scions.
Thank you, Estinian.
Oh.
Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
It's like a big brother. I'm not crying, you're crying. Graha's face. He's like, yeah!
Now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
Take it easy, Cryle. Off she goes. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace, oh boy, Xenos. He's trying to pick his new class. It's like, I'm tired of being a samurai. All these different weapons. It's literally the same weapon you just had. It's big. It's Sephiroth sized.
Well, does this one meet with your approval? Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure.
Oh boy.
It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken. Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
What's what?
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
Oh?
Well, well, not quite what I was expecting. Though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
What is it? I want to see. Ooh, of course they're not going to show us. Hi, Tataru. Well, it looks like I'm going to have a busy few moons. Not that they ever seem to be anything but. Thancred's got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm, which is not to say I don't trust the Alliance, because I do. But when it comes to putting down primals, nobody does it better than us. Well, than you lot, more accurately. You won't catch me trading blows with a primal in the near future. But for every fell fiend you vanquish, there's countless meals to arrange, baths to fill, sheets to wash, stores to replenish, and the list goes on. Which is where I come in, and gladly, mind you. It's the least I can do to support the scions who risk life and limb, like poor Arenvald. I wish there was something we could do for him, but we'll just have to settle for saying the odd prayer and keeping a roof over our heads. It wouldn't do to have him come back to a complete shambles now, would it? But that's enough of my rambling. Off you go and get some rest. If there are any developments, I promise you'll be the first to know. Oh, that was it. Alrighty then. Well, with that, I think it's about time we end this nearly 3-hour stream. It's probably the longest one I have ever done. But I will be back a little bit later today, about 3.5 hours-ish. Friends and I are going to do the new Nier raid. I'm going to ask them if they want to do this, the prerequisite quest first together, or if I should do that on my own, and then we'll just do the raid when we come on later, but we'll see. Anyway, until then, be sure to, leave a follow, leave some, like, follow, subscribe, blah, 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 streamer jargon, blah, 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 blah. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one.